I want this chance to show you that your God in karate is so much nonsense. And that's quite easy to do. I know Kung Fu.
Show me. You know what game taught me that I was not destined or wouldn't be good at any type of hood shit?
What game?
Duck Hunt. Because I couldn't aim that fucking gun for shit. That shit taught me a valuable lesson. Like, man, if you get into a gunfight, do not call me. I hit everything but the ducks.
Just shooting at everything else but the ducks.
Man, you want to talk about a person who used to get so fucking mad playing Duck Hunt. Like I say it now that I'm older and I just have to laugh at myself. But man, if you'd have saw young me sitting in front of the TV, all right, here it comes, level 1. Oh, there goes one. Okay, I get the next. Oh, okay. I get. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, and then that fucking dog starts laughing at you.
If you have Duck Hunt and a Nintendo, we can make this happen.
You definitely want to see a pissed off me. Like that was the only game that ever really made me mad. Like I didn't give a shit if I got my ass whooped in Tecmo Super Bowl or if I got my ass kicked at Punch Out. None of that bothered me. None of that bothered me at all. But fuck, Duck Hunt would send me into a murderous rage.
Yep, and you try to shoot the dog. Yep.
I tried to murk the fuck out of that dog.
Come up and laugh at you. Die.
So, Justice, are you ready, sir? You ready to go on ahead?
Ready to prove our is still the damn champ.
Okay, so it sounds like we're ready. Let's go ahead and segue into this motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of H8L Presents Fistfights and Fried Rice. I am your host, Taz, and brought with me this evening a man that truly needs no real introduction, gracing us with his presence once again. The man who, unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit, was right about everything he said about our current UFC welterweight champion. I bring to you a one, dark as midnight, but still not nearly as funny, Deku.
Safe Space music is the worst music I've ever heard in my life.
Wait, what music?
Safe Space music is the worst music I ever heard in my life.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
What is that?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up later. Oh, okay. Also joining us this evening, rolling 15 inches deep, the destroyer of all things ovaries, the man who self-confides that he likes big butts and he cannot lie. I bring to you one, the Bastatch himself, Lobo.
I was born ready.
Yes, you were, sir. Yes, you were. Also joining us, ready to acknowledge that a dub is a dub, the Rain Man of martial arts, the connoisseur of combat sports, the self-appointed black man of Dagestan, Justice Magnificent.
Ric Flair always said, to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Or cheat to win. He was the dirtiest player in the game.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you got me.
Let's go ahead and pull the Band-Aid off this. So we have a new champ, Aljamain Sterling. And somebody is not happy with the way that he obtained this new title. Justice, what exactly are your issues in regards to this?
Brass champion, man. I mean, I just think it should have been a no contest. It was an illegal shot. He was losing. He was getting his ass whooped. And I understand illegal is illegal, but man, talking about getting bailed out. That was a huge bailout.
See, so you're not ready to acknowledge it, huh?
Nope.
Wow.
Not going to.
Do you feel the same about John Jones when he
Ooh.
lost by DQ? I mean, same situation.
He was beating.
He was beating
Matt Hamill.
Matt Hamill's ass, right?
Right, he stood no chance. In my opinion, John Jones has only lost one fight, and that was to Dominic Reyes.
You shut your mouth, sir.
Okay, but on record, His only loss is to Matt Hamill by DQ because of an illegal 12-6 elbow.
Officially.
Same situation.
Unofficially.
Past weekend.
I still felt like
he could not continue. The doctor did not let him continue. Winner Matt Hamill.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Matt Hamill was fucked up. Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Is that really the question, though?
Matt Hamill was never the same.
Okay.
Yeah, because he got to experience what a real ass whooping felt like.
Right.
No, he experienced the John Jones ass whooping, which is different.
A real ass whooping changes things.
Yeah, it does.
But
for the good or for the bad.
Facts.
You remember the blood?
In Matt Hamill cases, it changed him for the bad. It was never the same. Now, in those differences in those two scenarios is that Aljamain fought for the title. Matt Hamill didn't. Now, I believe this is going to change him for the good because it's for the title. Yes, on paper, he has the title and he is the champion, but he didn't lose that fight. So this might turn, maybe, and I'm hoping it turn Aljamain Sterling into a different beast this time. I thought he was already a beast, so as a good fighter as he is, this might change it for the good because it's for the title and he wants to win the title or defend the title fairly.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I think what we saw from Sterling was his best, at least for what he presented to Jan. Everything he tried, Jan shut down. Everything. You can say that, but in that first round, Aljamain Sterling was very successful with, front kicks, teeps, leg kicks. To me, he in the first round, it just seems like he was a little bit more to the punch or to the kick. And what did he? I'm guessing he hit him with a flying knee, and he was just also using his athleticism. If I can say anything for Sterling, is that same pressure, keep that same pressure, and I feel like he just might need to work on his. Not saying he has terrible conditioning, but for that fight, he got tired real quick. I mean, punches in the face will do that too.
Yeah, but I don't think. Well, me honestly, all the Aljamain Sterling fights that I've seen, I haven't seen all of them. He don't really, get tired that fast.
Yeah, he do.
He does.
Yeah,
I can't really.
Yeah, he do.
This is pretty par for the course.
Well,
he come out strong if he can't get you out of there, and you start tagging him and piecing him up. He started doing stupid shit. He started doing it in the second, third, and fourth round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, all he needs to do, from what I've seen, is he needs to work on his conditioning.
No, I'm saying he don't. Bruh, if you don't stop,
you don't think he needs to? Oh, I think that's the only thing he needs to work from me. That's what I saw.
What did he land significantly against Jan?
The knee.
Okay, that's all you.
Some
whole
leg
4
kicks
round,
and some teeps.
a 4-round fight. That's all you remember. All you remember is a damn knee.
I just told you what I remember. You just come on, Justice.
All you remember
after the second round. After that was gone.
That's all you remember, right?
No, I just told you what I remember.
How many combinations he threw?
Not too many, but the 4 things that I'm saying that helped him in the first round with the teeps, the front kicks, the leg kicks, and that knee, and him just being athletic.
Yeah, and Jan walked through that
in the second round.
No, he walked through all that literally first round.
Yeah,
he knew. He knew.
Okay, that first round. Would you get that first round of Jan?
I get that whole fight to Jan.
Of course not.
I do.
Okay, you don't get that first round of Jan. So obviously Sterling did some good things in that first round with the ones that I just stated, and that's what won him that round. What I'm saying is keep that up. The other weapons are coming, so it's something more to prepare for, and just work on your conditioning. Because that sweep that he got him with, that was just effortlessly. That was just I've never seen nobody get sleep. And he was tired. Because of that, he was tired. Like, no one gets swept. Fresh doesn't get swept that easily. When they're fresh and got all, their wits and they're haven't really wasted that much stamina or whatever. That's what I'm blaming on. Just him being tired. Because, like I said, the sweep was just eh. That's what it sounded. That's what it looked like to me. Get out.
Can I say something now?
Sure.
All right. Aljo has been in the UFC since about 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. He ain't got no hands. He ain't got no hands at all.
I agree.
Hadn't developed any hands. He's always had those same kicks. He was amateur, he had those kicks. When he was on local circuit, he had those same kicks. Nothing else. Has no hands. There's nothing he could do to Jan that was going to make Jan stop. That's why he just covered up, weathered the storm, precision shots. Because once you start landing, he started getting flustered and frustrated. Now here comes the fatigue. Here comes the stupid stuff. Here comes the schoolboy takedown. Now, to Jan's dumbass, to his dumbass shit, he did knee him in the head. I don't know why. He's probably finna get a TKO. I don't know why he did it. He did it. I get it. Aljo was on his way out of there. Aljo, it would have been the same thing.
I agree.
If a rematch is going to be the same way. A rematch is going to happen the same way. He's not going to be able to take Jan down. If he does, he's going to get out grappled, surprisingly. And he's going to get pieced up on the feet.
I agree. Now, do I see a rematch going any differently? Absolutely fucking not. The only thing I see differently is that Jan will make sure to just punch him in the face when he decides to sit on his knees and stall a fight rather than knee his fucking skull into the, to the stratosphere. Which brings me to something that Justice said that I wholeheartedly agree with. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Aljo decided, I'm going to stall the fight by sitting on my fucking hands and knees, taking full advantage of the fucking system. And then let's call it what it is. That's exactly what he did. And he was able to bait Jan into, throwing the illegal knee. We have a new champion, yada, yada, yada. Kudos. But if we go back to the days of Pride, that shit would have never happened in Pride because you knew exactly what would have happened if you tried to fucking stall the system. You'd have got on your fucking hands and knees and died.
You would have got
The face got a
soccer kicked or kneed or just stomped.
Pretty much.
Now, do you think that's something that in the future UFC should really look into implementing? Because I think that would put an end to all this fucking this 3 rule or the 3 points of contact bullshit and the stalling of fights. This would put an end to all that shit if motherfuckers had to seriously fear getting their fucking heads kneed or soccer kicked clean off.
They'll change the whole landscape because motherfuckers wouldn't be, playing with that rule or whatever. Oh, I got one knee down. Oh, I'm down. You can't, or I'm down. You can't hit me, or you can't, knee or kick me or whatever the case may be, bro. You gotta realize in Pride, from what I seen, what too many motherfuckers was willingly go down in that position and if they was getting held down. They wasn't just doing what what most UFC fighters are doing today. Because they know that rule is in place. Motherfuckers will be trying their very best to not get in that position. No north-south position, none of that jazz. None of it.
You're right to a degree.
So I really do believe that knee fucked him up.
I think it fucked him up momentarily. I don't think it did everything that he portrayed in the cage.
I can't believe that.
I'm not saying he wasn't hurt. I'm not saying he didn't get fucking dazed. I'm not saying he didn't get rocked. But this is how I'm looking at it. Name any other time in UFC history where a fighter has been on the ground and been illegally kneed and then immediately interviewed afterwards. I'll wait.
I thought that was a little weird because I thought that he wasn't going to get interviewed.
But the fact that nobody interjected, nobody was like, hey, X-nay on the interview, do that shit later. No one.
But yeah, I realize UFC, they be trying to get that interview. They be getting it, trying to get it any way possible.
Okay.
I seen a fight a couple months ago. I can name one example.
Okay.
A fight a couple months ago, Curtis Blaze was fighting. He won his fight by unanimous decision. He was shooting double leg dive. That was the game plan to wrestle this guy. He won by unanimous decision, and he shot a lot of double leg takedowns. He was tired as shit. Like, he was dead.
There's a difference between being tired than having your shit rocked.
Yes, there is a difference, but what I'm trying to say is that they didn't care that he was dead tired, could barely talk.
My question to you was, name a time where someone has been fucking DQ'd by a knee and still interviewed immediately after. And there's a reason why I'm asking you this. To me, that was very telling. You just got kneed in the fucking forehead. You're flopping around the fucking cage like a fish out of water. You know, you need help standing, walking, moving, etc. But you don't need help readjusting your headset for your earphones or whatever. You don't need any help sitting on that stool. You know, Joe Rogan doesn't have to repeat himself 3 or 4 times. You can still understand everything he's saying as he's saying it. Your eyes aren't, glassed over. Hell, your eyes aren't even red. You're not holding. You're not holding the place that you got hit in your hands at all. You know, just little things like that to me are very telling.
Okay, well, I can say that. Not gonna lie, I thought that was a little weird, a little fishy.
It's a little suspect.
But he also, they did give him a chair to sit down. I did notice that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Okay. Tell us how you feel, Justice.
He gave him a chair.
It's the UFC. They don't, like I said, they gonna get that.
Sugar Sean used to have the bitch for the UFC, but Aljo is about to get that new title.
Oh boy. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Okay, I'm glad you brought Sugar Sean up. Then his a couple years ago, then his knee get destroyed in a fight. I can't remember which fight. He was laying down on the ground. Joe Rogan was still interviewing him.
He won the fight.
But what? Okay, so
he didn't get illegally kneed in the face. To me, a dub is a dub. This is my whole thing. If you're gonna milk something, fine, milk it. I'm not even mad at him for that. But let's not play the fucking victim card. Oh, Peter Yan doesn't deserve a rematch for what he did to me, and he needed me when I was down, and I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I thought I was gonna die.
He's pulling that card. He's saying that in these interviews. See, I haven't watched his interviews recently or whatever. So he's really saying he doesn't deserve a rematch.
He's calling for that Cejudo fight.
He a little bitch made for that.
That's what I'm saying. I guess I'm looking at it a little bit differently. If you illegally knee me in the face, and I get this title from you, and you were soundly beating me damn near almost every round except for the first, wouldn't you want to run it back to prove that you genuinely deserve this fucking title? Wouldn't you want to run it back? Is that the way that you want to be remembered in the annals of fucking history when it comes to that title and your title reign? You were the guy that got DQ'd a fucking championship. That's literally being handed a belt. And instead of running it back to the person that quote-unquote wronged you, you're immediately out there on fucking Twitter and Instagram and all this other shit, and you're out there like, yeah, I want Cejudo, or I'd line him up and I'll knock him down. Why don't you give this man his rematch?
See, I didn't know he was trying to get a Cejudo fight. I'm sorry, the man in me, my ego, will try to get that rematch back and prove that I can beat this man. I didn't know he was doing that. I mean, I'm not on Twitter, but wow. I didn't know he was doing all that, so, maybe it sound like he's scared of him. But I said it sound like he's scared of him.
Bingo.
Is it time, gentlemen?
It might be.
You didn't even know what my question was. You just answering.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know. That's why I didn't say nothing. I'm just like, what time is it?
Yep, it's time.
I think it's time for Cruz to go ahead and grab a ticket to the retirement train. It's time. Not to take anything away from his last performance, but he looked like dog shit from beginning to end. If you've only heard the name Dominick Cruz and have never seen any of his fights except for this last one, you would be like, what the fuck? This was the cat that you were so high on? This nigga sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need him to go ahead and follow Overeem, follow JDS. And hell, while we're at it, Megan Anderson, why don't you go ahead and scoot over? Let Let Cruz sit next to you. Actually, no. I think Megan Anderson still has a little something left in the tank. I do think that was kind of fucked. That even though I know that was her last fight under her contract, but could you imagine taking that ass whooping after not landing a single shot and then to find out you're fucking fired?
That's insane. I didn't know they cut her right when she got to the locker room. That's insane. Like is that like the fastest like cut ever? Besides Paul Daly? No, Paul Daly was the fastest cut.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I think Daly still holds that record.
Not to the locker room in the octagon. He was cut. So yeah, Paul she was the second fastest cut. Yeah.
I was against it, and then when I went back and realized she didn't land a single fucking strike. She got flawless victoried. When's the last time you've seen that?
A flawless victory.
I guess you could say Masvidal and Askren.
Anderson Silva.
Oh yeah.
Vitor Belfort. That was flawless victory.
No, he got hit with some shit beforehand.
You mean Vitor got hit with some shit? I saw Vitor got hit with a lot of shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
He caught Anderson a couple times.
Yeah. And Anderson took at least 1 or 2 hits in that fight. I'm talking bell rings, we touch gloves, you don't land shit, fight's over.
Yeah, for it to be, that long of a fight, which is for you not to land 1 strike.
Nothing. And that's the last fight on your contract? How do you renegotiate for a fucking pay raise with that kind of performance?
Well, wasn't there like a rule in the UFC, like if you lost like 3 fights in a row, you get cut? Wasn't that like back then?
That depends on who you are.
Huh?
It depends on who you are, because if that was the case, Holly's ass would have been gone.
Okay, so technically, if she wanted to fight it, she could, because she lost her first 2 UFC fights, right? And she went on like a 2-win streak or whatever, and then fought for the title, then lost. I mean, it's not technically 3 in a row, but if she wanted to. But like you said, it depends on who it is.
Yeah, UFC has that unique way of turning a blind eye to shit that gets done if you can make them money or not. Let me be signed to UFC and I pull a Connor and throw a goddamn dolly through a fucking bus. Yeah, I'm gone immediately.
Without question.
Anybody.
Yeah, let
anybody.
Let Lobo walk up to another fighter and just hit him with a fucking 3-piece like Masvidal did Edwards. Lobo's gone immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe she can get back in.
You sound like you underwater.
Oh, my bad. Maybe she can get back in Invicta.
Does she want
that's
to,
what
though?
she had most of her fights in.
But does she want
Well,
to?
I think, she can go to PFL and go after that $1 million. Okay.
And get crushed by Kayla Harrison?
Facts.
You might get.
I mean, would that $1 million be worth it at that point?
Yeah, she might as well just go. Don't go to Bellator because you don't run into Cyborg again. Or you run into Cyborg. But yeah, Victor, that might be the right choice.
Kayla Harrison trains at American Top Team. So
Isn't that where Nunes trains?
Yeah, they're at different locations though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of them branched off and kind of started their own thing. It's still American Top Team, but it's featuring the one in Atlanta is Douglas Lima.
All right, so the name Top Team, is that copyrighted, or can you just take Top Team?
I don't think so.
Like if I just wanted to make Carolina Top Team, could I do that?
I think you might need to go. Yeah, it's in Asheville. They got one in Asheville.
Okay, so if I want to make a Queen City Top Team, could I do that?
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah. Carolina Top Team is in South Carolina in the Myrtle Beach, Charleston area.
But I guess I'm trying to figure out do you got to be affiliated with Top Team, or can you just call your shit Top Team?
I think that's what it is. You got to be somewhat affiliated. You got to talk to somebody at the headquarters to get in good or whatever. I feel like you just can't call yourself. Yeah, we're just gonna be Queen City or 704 Top Team.
I would do that shit. I'd be like, hey, this is a Queen City Top Team H8L joint. They'd be like, oh, are you associated with so and so? No, not at all. Not in the least bit. I know no one from there.
How did you guys get Top Team?
I just took the words top and team and then put Queen City in front of them. Yeah, I'm raw like that. What's up, girl?
Everybody.
And since you mentioned PFL, I know. Yeah, they're still around. Did we happen to somehow forget that Roy McDonald was there?
Yeah.
Because I did.
Very y'all said something about him earlier, and I was like, "Yo, he is with PFL." Damn.
Yeah, he's there.
Like, has he fought yet? That's why I started thinking, like, has he fought that? Because I think I would have found out.
But you know what's fucking me up though? So they got Roy McDonald, but they ain't said shit about him. They're not hyping him being there. They're not trying to utilize him to get eyes on their product at all. And that fucking astounds me.
Well, they showed it, like, his face. Like, it's been a minute. Only time I seen his face or a poster or whatever was the announcement that they just signed Roy McDonald.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does Roy McDonald not have the fan base? Eyes not on him? Because I figured people would give a fuck about him.
Nobody cares.
Really?
That's the question. Like, that's crazy part, Justice. Like, you would think, like, he will have a lot of fans. One, trains with George St. Pierre. Two, had two arguably the greatest fights in, like, UFC MMA history. Became champion over in Bellator. Like, you would think you'd hear a lot more.
That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers, like, completely forgot that Roy McDonald was there. And that astounds me. And then Justice over here saying that nobody gives a shit. I mean, when did we stop caring about the Red King?
Right. Like, when we stopped caring about Aries. like had like those two good nicknames, to be honest with you.
No one cared because he got his ass whooped, one and done at Bellator. Yeah.
What you mean one and done? He won the fucking title.
Yeah, he was a champ.
And he lost, and then what happened?
He still was the champ.
I mean, wow, you really just downplaying that.
I'm not downplaying
I wish I was a Bellator champ.
Right?
Shit.
I mean, you can wish, but it was like people were looking forward to him, right?
All you people was looking for him to just spring off a ass load of wins.
Run it back, at least run it back with Lima. I mean, he did beat him the first time, and then here's the other part too. As far as promotional material, he's so fucking awkward. Like, his interviews, they suck.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna give you that all the way. So I would think you use that awkwardness and make it, make people want to see him, because you gotta realize Nick Diaz, he's awkward, right? I'm not comparing him to Nick Diaz, but he's awkward. But you're right. It is funny, but you can easily use that awkwardness because at one point people don't really know him. Like, he's very mysterious back then to the MMA fan base.
And here's the other part. He doesn't train at TriStar anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he left them years ago.
What?
Yeah, that was.
When the fuck did that happen?
When he left the UFC and got that big Bellator contract, he thought he was big shit.
And now he's over in PFL getting ready to fight David Mitch. I don't know who the fuck that is. Oh, my bad. David Michaud.
Okay.
You guys remember when Rory McDonald pieced up Tyrone Woodley? I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd share that. It just astounds me. At one time, Rory McDonald was like the future of the fucking division, and now, man, I fucking forgot he's even still fighting.
It was all about him. They were saying he's supposed to be the next George St. Pierre and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the issue, because he wasn't.
He could have been. He just didn't have that it factor. He was just so fucking milquetoast. Like, he was so fucking boring. Fuck. And then you put that mic in front of him, and it's like, fuck, dude, he was such a fucking goof.
Look at his interviews.
I can't. They're so cringeworthy.
And then here's the other part. I mean, that Lawler fight stole some of his soul. I mean, the way Lawler stared at him like the Grim Reaper. Because you remember, he had to get I think it was an entire nasal cavity, like, surgically repaired.
Yeah, he fucked his whole shit up. He literally bashed his fucking face to the point where there was almost nothing left. Speaking of getting your face bashed in, that's a great segue. What are your thoughts about Dan Hardy getting shit canned?
I need to know why.
Yeah, we ain't got the whole story.
Can I just say this? Man, fuck Dan Hardy. I've never been a fan of Dan Hardy at all.
Really?
No, Dan Hardy just reminds me of just a fucking douchebag. Like, Even before he was a commentator, I hated this motherfucker. I lived to watch him get fucked up.
Why? Because he's from the UK?
No, not even that. To me, he was just fucking boring. Listening to him talk about his boxing, your boxing sucks. You fucking suck. Your fucking mohawk sucked.
Jesus.
One of the happiest days of my life was when Condit fucked him up. Showed him his place in the fucking world. Dan Hardy can eat a fat dick. Matter of fact, Dan Hardy can eat a bag of swollen, sweaty, dirty ass fucking baby dicks. He sucks. He fucking sucks. He is on my list of garbage people. Dan Hardy is the Danielson of the UFC. He is garbage. Straight garbage. Garbage. Trash. He's a trash person. He's a garbage person. He probably eats garbage. He sucks. He fucking sucks. And I bet his breath smells like fucking 3-day-old asshole. He fucking sucks. And his commentating sucked, too. His commentating sucked. He's a fucking goof. And honestly...
Really? You don't think his commentating is good?
No. And honestly, this is going to sound kind of fucked, but I'm honestly mad that somehow COVID missed this motherfucker. Fuck Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy's a fucking goof. Fucking garbage person. Fucking trash eater. Yeah, that's just me. That's how I feel.
Goodness gracious, I've never.
He is on my list of garbage people. Dan Hardy's living.
I will say, at the time, Dan Hardy and Paul Daly had some of the best striking out of any welterweights in the world at that time.
How dare you put Paul Daly and Dan Hardy in the same fucking sentence?
They trained on the same team.
I don't give a shit if they were fucking roommates. I don't care if they were fucking butt buddies. How dare you put them in the same fucking sentence together? Dan Hardy isn't equipped to wipe the sweat off Paul Daly's balls. How dare you? Paul Daly wouldn't let Dan Hardy hold his fucking jockstrap. Soil the good name of Paul Daly, who still should be in the UFC, which is bullshit that he got fired just because he accidentally threw a punch at a living Muppet after the fucking bell.
That's the story you going with?
That's what happened.
That's what happened. Yeah, it's just facts.
The light flashed. All he saw was that blonde top. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. It looked like one of the members of the fucking what was that fucking rock band on the Muppets? It looked like one of those motherfuckers came out of nowhere and he just accidentally swung. He didn't know what was going on. Yeah, that shit. Fuck Dan Hardy. The Outlaw. It's fucking bitch. He sucks. He sucks. He absolutely sucks. He's garbage. Fucking garbage.
So his commentary and
garbage.
And
garbage. I still can't even get over the fact that he actually. I can't even get over the fact that he actually beat Dwayne Ludwig. Garbage. Garbage. Fuck him. And this is hard for me, but I will acknowledge he has a who's who of individuals that he has beaten the shit out of. I will give him that. You know, names like Sammy Barrick. Yeah, exactly. No one knows who the fuck that is. And Stuart Bars. And Andy Walker. Granted, this is all over the fucking UK. These guys might be rock stars over there for all I know. But if we talk about his UFC run, fuck him and the horse he rode in on. Now, with that being said...
he did make Rumble take him down. He made Rumble take him down.
I mean, he still lost. Fuck him. He's garbage. He's a garbage person. And I honestly hope he got shit canned or something fucking stupid. I hope he tried to pick a fight with Herb Dean in the back or some shit. I really, really hope some shit like that.
That would be great.
Because I would love to be reading Herb Dean's book and be like, I had to fuck up the Outlaw. That motherfucker put his hands on me and I had to fuck his shit up. Fuck
it was something with a female employee on Fight Island, but they won't release the details.
He probably touched some bitch. Garbage move from a garbage person. I'm still bummed he's under contract as a fighter. How the fuck does that work? Didn't he got some like heart problems or some shit?
Wait, what?
I guess because he didn't technically retire or say he retired, or I don't know.
I'm convinced I know what that heart problem is.
What's that heart problem?
You tell.
It's weak.
All right.
It's weak and it's bitch made and it pumps fucking Kool-Aid. So enough about me. How do you guys feel about getting shit canned from the UFC?
I don't really care.
I don't really know. I gotta find out like the whole story. Justice, he kind of spilled a little tea that he was something involving a girl. I don't know. I really like to know the whole story because it just seems like right now it just doesn't seem fair.
She probably accused him of sucking dick and was like, "Bitch, I'll show you." He pulled down his pants and showed off his vagina. Fuck that, Hardy.
I, for one, enjoyed the UK commentary with him on the team. His podcast where he analyzes fights pre and post. I think it's pretty decent, especially from a striking aspect.
Did your throat hurt, sir?
Oh,
Maybe it's just because I'm dead inside. Maybe that's why I feel zero compassion for him. Speaking of feeling dead inside, what are your thoughts on the return of Triple C? Good for business?
always good for business. I think Triple C was like about to hit a stride. He was almost a draw. Not saying he's a Connor or Masvidal draw, but people will be paying a lot more attention to that division now. Especially with the him in the old episode they were trying to get rid of the division with TJ, and now he just it's a cringy persona, but it works.
At this point, he can back it up.
Mm-hmm.
When could he not?
Well, I think it was just that Benavidez fight. People still kind of question the Benavidez and then the first Mighty Mouse fight.
Yeah, fuck.
But after that, it was kind of like, man, that guy can fight. And then Marlon Moraes, yeah, it's kind of hard to bet against Triple C against anybody really between 125 and 135, unless your name is Mighty Mouse. As big a fan I am of TJ Dillashaw, he did what he did. There's no point in running back now.
Yeah.
You got knocked the fuck out and you got caught cheap.
Yeah, he got a lot of light negative under his belt. He so-called left his friends with, Team Alpha Male. Connor is the one that called him out. Connor was right, obviously. And
I would have left Team damn Beta Male too. Shit.
Facts. Yeah. I would have been happy to quit Team Midget all day.
quit Team Midget.
Juice head surfer boys from damn.
But according to Cody, TJ was showing them how to do it. I'm just saying.
It didn't work for him in those two fights because he got knocked the fuck out. Then he got knocked the fuck out again. So,
I mean, here's the thing. I don't doubt for a second that all those motherfuckers at, Team Lee and Midget weren't all doing shit. Because every single one of them was fucking yoked to the gills at one point. To the point where it made no sense.
They just work out,
They just work out and train guillotines all day.
Yeah.
To me, Dillashaw was the standout of that gym, and the writing was on the wall in the very fucking beginning. If you looked at how Uriah Faber and Money Mendez, how they fought relatively the same. You looked at Benavidez, he followed kind of that same, kind of that same trope, and I think Castillo too. All those motherfuckers fought exactly the same. Throw the overhand, go for the single or the double, scramble, guillotine, yay, I win. And then you had Dillashaw getting worked by fucking, what's that other little midget fucker? Dobson.
Dobson?
Yeah, got worked by Dobson. Man, ate one punch and got put on fucking Queer Street and had no idea what the fuck planet he was on. They bring in Bang, all of a sudden, these cats are knocking motherfuckers out. Half of them still look like they're juiced up, that's all I'm saying. But then you have one who's not only knocking motherfuckers out, he's smooth with it as he's doing it. To the point where most people forgot that Dillashaw even knew how to fucking wrestle because he was too busy fucking you up, both southpaw and orthodox. And the writing was on the wall. All of a sudden, everybody at Team Alpha Male all of a sudden hates this motherfucker. When just a handful of months before that, they was practically sucking his dick. Oh, man, Dillashaw, yeah, he's the future. We love him, yeah. Man, my name is Uriah, and I took him under my wing, and I taught him everything he knows, and this and that. And he starts knocking motherfuckers out and starts thinking, Bang, all of a sudden, yeah, fuck him, he sucks. He's a juice head. Okay. It's that little people syndrome, getting all butt hurt.
Yeah, because let's not forget, he did beat Henry Burrell, who beat Uriah Faber's ass twice. Mm-hmm. Team Alpha Male just could not do anything with Novo Union, at all.
Because Team Alpha Male sucks. Team Alpha Male sucks. I've hated them since day one. I don't know why, but I just hate them.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why. They've never done anything to me, and they've put on nothing but entertaining fights, but I literally live and breathe to see them lose. when fucking Mike Brown KO'd Uriah Faber after he tried to do that dumbass back elbow after getting bounced off the cage, it was euphoric. It was fucking wonderful. It made me believe again. You know, it gave me hope. When Money Mendez got fucked up by Conor, it was like Christmas morning. You know, when any time Garbrandt gets KO'd being a fucking dumbass, it fills me with joy. And honestly, one of the greatest moments in combat sports, and I feel it doesn't get played enough, is when Figueroa climbed on Benavidez's back and stretched him the fuck out. No pause on that one. Stretched him the fuck out, choked him lifeless, and he woke up screaming. That was amazing. Figueroa should automatically be put in the Hall of Fame for that. Fuck Team Alpha Man. You know what I think the reason why I hate them? I saw their calendar. I hate that shit.
No, I didn't know they had a calendar.
Dude.
Is it all just them?
It was on like one of the early episodes of like UFC Embedded or some shit, where I think they were talking about TJ Dillashaw or some shit. And they're like, yeah, we just got through shooting our fucking Fight Club inspired fucking calendar. And these motherfuckers are all wearing like fucking, they're dressed like the fucking transporter, doing all these fucking action poses. And I don't know, ever since then, I was like, you know what? I need to see all of you die.
Damn.
So they claim it's a Fight Club calendar address as transporter.
Yeah, it fucking sucked, and I hate them. I hate them with a burning passion.
Man, they probably got paid money for that.
I don't care.
Good money.
That's pretty lame.
You damn right they're lame. Those are guys I would love to see get kneed in the fucking face illegally.
I never really liked them because you can tell whatever division they was in, they was always huge. I mean, this is early MMA, especially WEC.
Mm-hmm.
And they was always, like, Uriah was always he's just fucking huge at 135.
Huge. It didn't even make sense.
And they would always be like, oh, he's so great, he's so good, so fast. And then all of a sudden, here comes Mike Brown, boom. Here comes Jose Aldo, boom. He goes to the UFC, no belt for him, cool. I like it.
I almost forgot. That is another thing that lets me sleep easy at night. To know that Uriah Faber's name will go down in history as one of the most dominant champions in all of MMA to never win the UFC title. I can sleep easy at night knowing that. So Deku, I'm going to use that as a segue. I'm going to put the attention on you, sir. Let's talk or shit on Izzy's grappling. Were you wowed by Izzy's grappling?
No, not at all. Because it just showed us. I mean, that fight was a good fight, but it just also showed us that right now, Izzy is not ready for John Jones.
Facts.
Right now. I don't know. He might get better over time.
Never.
But I feel like if he's still trying to eye that John Jones fight, he need to be working on some type of grappling. Like, for real. Because, I mean, both of us is not no super wrestler or has a very decorative background in any type of jiu-jitsu, but he grabbed the first time he grabbed him, he immediately kind of took him down effortlessly, and I'm like, and I'm thinking if that's John Jones, we'll easily take him down.
Justice.
And
were you wowed by Izzy's grappling?
Let's go ahead and break this grappling. You know, grappling is so, it just kind of covers everything. Let's break it down. Was I impressed by his wrestling defense? Hell no, because he had none. I don't see what he did. Listen, his coach has been doing some amazing things.
Some nut
Eugene Behrman. I mean, he was coach of the year probably. He got 2 title holders, 1 more in Kaikar, France. Hey, you doing your thing. New Zealand, do your thing.
No one's questioning that.
But you on some real nut shit. If you don't have Izzy doing some damn, not grappling, not no damn BJJ, but some motherfucking wrestling. Not wrestling.
Wrestling.
Singlet wrestling shoes.
Mm-hmm.
He need to be doing that. Okay. Nothing else. Not Andre Galvo, cool, give him that bullshit purple belt. You still couldn't get the damn underhook to escape the damn bottom. That shit didn't work.
Wait, he got a purple belt?
He got a fucking
Hell
purple
yeah.
belt.
Are you serious?
Dead
Are
ass.
you serious?
Dead ass. Lobo, did you get a chance to see that fight at all?
Lockdown, man.
What the? I'm sorry. Continue.
Lobo, did you get a chance to see that fight at all?
Yeah, I saw some highlights of it.
Okay, from the highlights you saw, man, were you impressed with his fucking grappling at all?
I didn't think he knew how to grapple.
Damn. Damn, Lobo with the hot take. All right, okay. You know what? I fucking respect that. Deku, we're running this back to you, sir, because you said something today that really piqued my interest. You talked about the scoring and the judging for that fight.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, let us know your thoughts on the I'm not going to call it the nut swinging for Izzy.
No, that's just that's right. Right on the money. For real. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good fight, but those 10-8 rounds, come on.
Bullshit.
Like, I mean, Izzy, he hit some stuff, or he got some shots in, but most of the time, in those exchanges, John Block, I can't pronounce his last name, he was answering 2 or 3 shots back and landing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. He's like he's a star. I understand that, but even Dana White was saying like, yeah, we're probably not gonna get that John Jones fight.
Do you guys think Dana thought that Izzy was gonna win it?
I didn't really see any interviews from Dana this past week, so I can't really tell.
It was I think he took a gamble for the big money because he knew. I mean, let's go back a little bit. He fucked up with Anderson Silva, GSP, or Anderson Silva, John Jones.
Yeah.
He missed those fights. He missed the Fedor signing. He missed some things. He couldn't miss it. So he had to take a gamble. And it wasn't a bad gamble. Because to be honest, yeah, he got taken down the last 2 rounds, and he couldn't do shit.
Easily.
But when you look at the statistics, those that volume he was throwing, that was lower than any fight with the exception of Romero. I mean, even in the Romero fight, he was throwing the leg kick. This fight, I mean, I don't know.
I think
the volume wasn't there.
I think once he tasted that power, he was like, man, fuck this. I got to be sparingly with these shots. Jan is not the guy you would have a firefight with.
You're right. And listen, let me say this. Give Jan some credit. Because that damn jab.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, he that shit was coming out like a damn piston on that damn counter.
I'm starting to think Deku might be right, man. 2021 might be the year of the fucking jab.
Yeah, so basic, but yet it works.
Yeah.
That's like become everyone's weapon of fucking choice.
I mean, finally, shit, we've been talking about it. I mean, damn, I don't even want to fuck Joe Rogan. Man. But Joe Rogan been talking about that shit for years. I mean, fuck Joe Rogan. It ain't that personal, Joe Rogan. I like Joe Rogan, but fuck Joe Rogan. He got a show. We got a show. But I gotta say, fuck Joe Rogan. Yeah, he been talking about that shit for years, but yeah, he is like, yeah, that's fine, but still, fuck Joe Rogan. So yeah, I mean, he been talking about for years about the jab, and I think you're starting to see, especially when you got people like Izzy coming out now, and you got people like Peter Yan, like the guys can strike. These guys are world class. That's coming out here now. So you got like these quote unquote the MMA guys. You gotta pick it up.
I couldn't agree more. And since we're on the subject of jabs and missed opportunities in super fights, is anyone interested in a potential super fight between Roy Jones Jr. and Anderson Silva?
I got an extra $20 somewhere I can scrap up. Cause I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Not saying I'm clamoring for it, but I'll watch it.
A couple of years ago, I would have been clamoring for it, but yeah, I agree with you guys. I'll just watch it.
Yeah, see that, I'm right there with you, Lobo. A handful of years ago, I'd have been like, "Fuck yeah, let's see this shit." Now, Your Uriah Hall, TKO, and Anderson Silva. Roy Jones looking like an old man in the fucking ring now.
I'm upset that still happened.
It did happen, sir. It did happen. I can't call this a super fight. This one
It's an exhibition at best.
I don't even call it an exhibition because at least an exhibition would be remotely competitive. Can you picture Anderson Silva trying to do his fucking Wing Chun blocks with fucking boxing gloves on?
Wait a second now. I know y'all some Anderson Silva fans.
I am.
But
when he's able
Anderson
to kick
got
his
some-
elbow.
he got some skills with the gloves on.
Little gloves.
No. He got some skills with the big gloves on.
When's the last time you've seen him utilize big gloves?
Now it's been a minute. But I mean back in his heyday, he was going to
We're
wild
not
card
talking
sparring.
about his heyday. We're talking about now.
I mean, I'm sure he ain't got no more left in him. I'm sure he riding on E just like damn Roy Jones is.
Yeah, but Roy Jones been rocking them boxing gloves since day one. And that does make a difference. How Anderson Silva blocks and defends is going to be night and day if he straps on a pair of 10 or 12 ounces versus that of them 4 ounces that he's used to.
Well, I tell you what. After Ben Askren get knocked the fuck out and embarrasses MMA, and he will, Anderson Silva will be the redeeming factor.
Or he might get knocked the fuck out too, and then we got 2 major losses for the world of MMA.
Nope.
Well, one major loss and then Ben Askren.
But technically, it'll still be all MMA fighters can't hang with boxing fighters.
Dude, could you imagine how that's... Man, you could have every motherfucker on ESPN like, they need to stay in their lane. There's 2 different sports. I mean, you know...
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Much,
Boxers are coming over to MMA and they're doing pretty well. Look at Holly Holmes, you know. A lot of eyes around Clarissa Shields.
Oh.
You know, and then
definitely
fucking...
Max Kellerman would definitely say some shit like that.
Max Kellerman would have a fucking field day.
Yeah, man.
I personally hope this fight doesn't happen. Silva's chin isn't what it used to be. He can't take those shots like he used to. And despite Roy Jones looking old as shit against Tyson, who the fuck wouldn't be hesitant standing in front of Tyson? I don't think Roy Jones would have the same...
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't think Roy Jones would have the same hesitation against Anderson Silva. Especially since he doesn't have to worry about kicks or takedowns or knees or elbows.
Is he also larger than him?
Now they're probably about the same size. So
how much did Roy Jones weigh when he fought Tyson?
like 205, 210.
Okay.
So Silva's walking around weight. He's like 200, 198,
Didn't
200.
Roy Jones fight at like cruiserweight one time? I mean,
But cruiserweight. I mean, he fought at light heavyweight.
I think he fought at cruiserweight too.
Nobody fight. That's a
Yeah,
dead division. Nobody fight at cruiserweight.
I mean, regardless if he's dead, that's still
something.
Man,
But
what
I mean,
the fuck?
That's why he skipped all the way up to heavyweight. That's what
Anyway.
they call a dead division. Or a dead end division. They don't fuck with
Anyway,
that.
Silva, I need you to go ahead and avoid this fight, sir. I need you to go ahead and avoid this fight because I feel like Jones will fuck you up. And I don't know if MMA can handle another devastating loss like that.
Yeah, because then Conor McGregor have to be the savior. And I don't want that.
Exactly. What are some super fights you guys wished could have, would have, and should have happened?
I know one I wanted to see Rickson Gracie versus Sakuraba.
Oh, that would have been good.
Oh my god. Would it have been good though? Because I think Sakuraba would have fucked him up.
That's why I said it would have been good.
I think Rickson would have presented him some problems.
I believe Rickson would have, because Rickson has
8,000 fights.
that. I mean, other than that, I will say this: I wasn't always the biggest Gracie fan, but for some reason I did like Rickson because of the way his jiu-jitsu is basic as hell. It looks very basic, and it's not anything. It's not anything crazy. To be honest, he makes the other ones look like shit. To be honest.
What are you basing this off of?
Just a couple of fights I've seen. Hell, his son, his son, who he trained since birth. I mean, his son technique is the same way. It's like it's nothing crazy. It's very, very tight, very pressure based, and it's real small movements. I like that jiu-jitsu. I don't like that spinning around and flipping around and all that other kind of bullshit. and scooting on your ass to get a leg lock and all that kind of stuff. They don't do that.
Because they're not creative.
Nah, that year Cron Gracie was in the damn ADCC. The only person that beat him was damn Marcelo Garcia, who's the damn god of BJJ.
But he still beat him.
Yeah, but again, he's god of BJJ.
All right. What about yourself, Deku? What's a super fight you would have liked to have seen happen?
I'm the one that chose the Sakuraba.
You did. Why the fuck did I call you? Fuck. My bad. What the fuck did I call you for? My bad. Man, Justice got me all fucked up now. Justice, what's a super fight you would like to see, sir?
Man, I think I would have liked to seen the Barnett and Fedor.
Okay. Man, you guys are making my choices seem like absolute dog shit now. Man. All right, Lobo, how about yourself, sir?
Fedor versus Bob Sapp.
Nice.
A prime Bob Sapp when he was just picking people up and slamming on their heads versus Fedor. Yeah.
Could you imagine if Bob Sapp had actually won?
That'd be insane.
I would have retired if I was Fedor then.
That would have changed MMA as we know it.
I would retire if I was Bob Sapp. Fuck
right?
That, I'm out.
Yeah. I would never fight again. I would always go down history as I was the guy that dethroned Fedor.
Right.
You should fight again. No,
I'm good.
Never. Man.
I'll still be making money off that win
Now
to this day.
Now that you guys have
somehow, some way.
Now that you guys have completely shit on my fucking choices, man, I took it too literal. Okay, so one of my super fights, I'm going to come across like a real stooge right now. Chong Li from Street Fighter versus Tong Po from Kickboxer, winner take all. I don't know what the winner would get, but okay, yeah, I feel like a fucking asshole.
You went that route.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Then I also went, Fedor versus, Randy Couture. I went there. So I reeled it back in. I reeled it back in. And then, super fight, Paul Daly versus Conor McGregor. I thought that'd be entertaining. And then I realized the fight would be fucking over before it started. I realized
Paul Daly leg kicked the shit out of him.
I think he would have started off strong with leg kicks. I think he would have had a hard time landing that lethal left. And then I picture Paul Daly getting boxed the fuck out like Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, wow.
And then I picture myself walking to the nearest bridge and walking off that motherfucker.
So, and the reason why, because Paul Daly, he does that shell up thing. He shells up like a kickboxer does,
and would die.
Yeah, you can't do that with McGregor.
Are you guys familiar with that Bolt wrestling shit that he trains in?
Bolt wrestling.
Wait, Bolt was it?
It's like a systematic belt system of wrestling.
I thought you was finna talk about some Urban Wrestling Federation shit again. I was like, Bolt.
Wow. Thank you for letting me know how you really feel about me.
It's a wrestling art with belt systems?
Yeah, it's Bolt wrestling.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Bolt wrestling, a specific wrestling.
And he's got like a belt in this shit.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and MMA.
Yeah. You guys ever heard of this shit?
Nah. It got you got different colors of belts and stuff. And
listen,
I hear. Please do.
This list,
I'm confused.
Let me go ahead and say something.
Go ahead, boss.
This list of his students.
Okay, so you're seeing that too. Okay.
Yeah, this is not even a list you want to post to be like, oh yeah, these are some of my students, and they're
that's really
pretty
Bolt
good.
wrestling.
Yeah, right. And I guess each bolt is a different color. Like I put it in the chat. This is the White Bolt series.
Oh, they got DVDs of this shit?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
listen to his students.
Someone's grandfather.
Listen to his students though. Junior Dos Santos, Rafael dos Anjos. Fucking Vitor Belfort. Vitor fucking Belfort.
Vitor Belfort
What?
trains in this.
Dan Hardy. Man.
Fuck Dan Hardy.
So
Paul
I'm
Daly.
okay. So this shit's
I found a
crazy.
description of it.
I'm
Lyoto
looking
Machida.
at. Oh wow. Oh.
And listen, wait, here's the name at the top of the damn list. Two of them. BJ Penn and Anderson Silva. Can't stop a damn takedown, save their damn life. Man, get out of here.
Right?
So I'm reading the description to his, I guess this like DVD or whatever. Okay, so it says this is the first DVD and what's this guy's name? Kenny Johnson. Kenny Johnson's Bolt Wrestling Instructional Series. As a wrestling coach to BJ Penn, Paul Daly counts as an Olympic hopeful. Kenny Johnson is one of the best wrestlers in the world. His unique approach to teaching wrestling, coupled with his Bolt ranking system.
Now, are you guys familiar with Kenny Johnson at all?
I am.
Kenny Johnson was trained by fucking Dan Gable.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. This motherfucker was trained by the great Dan Gable.
This shit's crazy. I'm going down a rabbit hole of this shit.
Oh, dude, I saw this shit and it fucked me up. Because me and a buddy of mine were talking about Paul Daly and how it's a crime that he's not in the UFC, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, I had to remind him. I was like, hey, man, you know, I'm a huge Paul Daly fan, but let's call it what it is. That motherfucker gets on his back and he is fucking garbage. Like, he can't do shit. His grappling is absolute dog shit. Complete dog shit. It's
I don't think he ever even tried.
Because he doesn't have faith in this shit. There's no way he has faith in this shit.
Shit's
like
crazy.
not taking anything away from fucking Kenny Johnson. The dude, you're clearly legit as fuck.
Yeah.
You.
That's why I'm like amazed. Like,
yes, you. But this Bolt wrestling bullshit, this is ass. This is straight trash.
BJ Penn, man.
wow. Anderson Silva. This is
Rafael Fedor, Strikeforce champion. One time. Got his ass knocked out. Andre Galvao. BJJ world champion. Tried to fight MMA. Went for a takedown. Got knocked the fuck out. Never went back. Jacare. Okay. Sort of kind of a little bit. But he's a highlight now. Bibiano Fernandez. I don't even know how many times he even fight for a damn one. If he even fights. And everybody else is just...
when it comes to
You know what this reminds me of? And this is no disrespect to the dude's system, but it honestly reminds me of that CSW stuff. No, I'm saying that like no disrespect to CSW, but like, man, I look at this stuff and I'm looking at this list of names of these quote unquote fighters he's trained, and I'm like, bro, let's call it what it is, man. Vitor Belfort was a black belt long before that motherfucker ever met you. You might.
That's questionable. That's questionable.
I mean, if you go back to, you know, Vitor's early shit, his pride shit, yada yada yada, he clearly knew fucking jits long before he ever did any of this bolt action or whatever the fuck this is. I
back when he was
did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah. He was a prodigy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, yeah, I'm
He
pretty
was a
sure he
prodigy
knew
with his
sometimes.
hand.
He may not have utilized his BJJ because he didn't really fucking have to, but you can't tell me that Vitor Belfort's ground game was absolute dog shit until he discovered bolt action wrestling lightning bolt drills.
His
I'm pretty
ground
sure
game is still dog shit.
It is.
I'm pretty.
But it's
but
dog
what he's
shit
trying
in
to
it.
say
It's
is
dog
like,
shit in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
he's from Brazil.
I know that was a hot take what I just did there. Yeah, his ground game is dog shit, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu way of dog shit, where you wrap a motherfucker up in your guard and just eat fucking elbows all day until you finally figure out if you want to fucking pass or not. This shit, I have never seen
Right.
Vitor Belfort actually try to wrestle a motherfucker. He would die.
But
he did.
He almost submitted John Jones. I mean,
with his Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Huh?
With his Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I have yet to see any motherfucker walk to the ring representing some Bolt or having the Bolt logo on their shit or Bolt on their banner. Like I'm not sold. I'm not sold.
I don't get what the hell is Bolt wrestling? I mean, is there levels to it? Because I don't wrestle.
Put the description that he gives on his website in the chat.
Oh shit! What's it say? Too lazy to read.
It's like it just basically sums up as like it's like wrestling mixed with judo and jiu-jitsu, other stuff like that.
Oh, you mean catch? Yeah, it's cool. I've heard of that before.
Yeah, it's already made.
Yeah. It's hold on, let me check his damn stats again. Let me see his instructors.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the basis of sambo. Yeah, it's called sambo and catch.
$20 says there's gonna be some, like, not to be funny, but $20 says there's gonna be some Dan Dos Santos shit on there.
And it is.
Oh, I was just being funny. I was just being funny.
No, it is. And
I was just trying to be funny.
My thing is, none of these obviously noticeable fighters never mention any type of Bolt wrestling or anything.
Never.
When Anderson Silva submitted Chael Sonnen, what did he say? No Garo Jiu-Jitsu. No Bolt wrestling, no none of that shit or whatever. Bolt lightning wrestling, whatever the fuck it is. Never mentioned. BJ Penn never mentioned. He mentioned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Nope.
Paul Daly has never mentioned none of this shit. Nor does Junior Dos Santos. So I think this guy's a fucking. He's scamming motherfuckers.
I'm adding this shit to the list of McDojos.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can.
okay, Ninja Hua, Shogun's brother. He did do a lot. He did do a lot of takedowns in early Pride. He lost a lot of fights too. Yeah, that's about. Dan Henderson, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit.
I don't believe any of these names.
Nah, bro.
I don't. Matt Linland, I don't believe.
Definitely don't believe that.
No. This explains to me why every single time Paul Daly has ever been put on his fucking back, he has no idea what the fuck to do. This also proves to me why anytime he should shoot for a takedown, he doesn't know how.
CSW, boat wrestling.
Yeah, this is definitely going on my list of McDojos.
Yeah, that boat wrestling is definitely a straight up scam.
You guys know what his school's called?
No.
It's called Black House.
No way.
Oh, come on.
No way.
Seriously?
He might have taught them then. He might have.
No, hell no. I'm not letting you do it. No.
He might have showed them
No.
wrestle.
No.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
I'd have to see the logo. I won't believe it.
Yeah.
If it's Black House,
it makes a lot of sense now.
Who started Black House?
Anderson, Leota, Ed Schwartz, Nogueira.
What's that? Say the last name again.
Nogueira.
God damn it. God damn
Yeah,
it.
it might have been. He might have been. Yeah, because I do in some of those clips back in the day, I do remember seeing him in that gym. Yep.
Man, because Nogueira can wrestle.
Damn it.
God damn it! I really thought this was a scam.
Because Nogueira can wrestle, right? Because Fedor took his ass down 20 times and beat his ass down 3 times.
Can't believe this. Wow.
Yep. If you go to Black House, if you go to Black House MMA team, guess what first picture you see?
So I got to recant all that shit I was talking? That's what you're saying to me?
Well, you ain't got to recant anything because the shit don't show. I don't see Leota taking anybody down. I didn't see Anderson Silva taking nobody down. I ain't recanting no shit. I was right. We was right.
Oh,
wow.
No, that ain't gonna work.
Oh, that is the Black House logo. There it is.
Now, if it was shown, it'd be a different story.
That could be.
There you go.
That could be anybody in those pics. I don't know who that is.
You see that damn lightning bolt, don't you?
Stay out of it. Cheetahs in this picture.
That could be any half Brazilian, half Japanese man. I don't know who that is.
Man, all those fighters, they got their own gyms now. Anderson Silva got his own joint.
You know what? That's
Yoda
right.
got his own joint.
That's right.
Nogueira got his own joint. So whatever, bro. I mean,
Yeah, however you want to make it sound good, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yes, this is going to help me. Well, gentlemen, that was all I had in regards to episode 33. Time for a bus flip. I enjoyed you cats coming out this evening and shooting the shit with me. Definitely discussed some good shit. And, Justice, I appreciate you taking the time to acknowledge that a dub is a dub. And I'm going to agree with Deku on this one. When it comes to Bold Wrestling, I'm not recanting shit.
right.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Be sure to listen, like, share, and subscribe for all the latest episodes, news, and updates. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at fistfights.friedricepodcast or at H8L.muay thai. On Twitter, follow us at H8L_Fight Talk.